Have you ever telephoned someone, gotten their voicemail, and then the voicemail says, "Hey, I'm out of the office. I'm on vacation. Leave a message. I'll get back to you after whatever date they say on the voicemail message?" Well, that's this episode. Hi, this is Kim Newlove, host of the Pharmacist Voice podcast, and this is episode 277. This is essentially an I'm out of the office message. As I record this, it is Sunday, April the 28th, 2024, and I'm leaving for Europe in just a few days, on Wednesday, May the 1st. This episode will publish on Friday, May the 10th, when I'm out of town. Greetings from Germany. When you listen to this, I will be in Germany. Why go to Germany, you may be wondering? It's because my sister Kelly's been living in Germany since last summer, that was summer of 2023, and this summer, 2024, is my chance to travel with her while she still lives in Europe. My younger son Derek will be with us as we visit 4 countries in total. They are the Netherlands, Germany, Switzerland, and Austria. The majority of our time, though, will be in Germany. I'll tell you more about the trip in my spring 2024 update on May the 24th. This trip would not be possible without a lot of people pitching in. I want to say thank you to my husband, Nathan, our parents, both sets of our parents, and our son's teachers and caregivers. Everybody is pitching in so I can be away. And if you're new to the show, this is not my typical kind of an episode. And by the way, my son Craig has autism. He's 21 and he needs a lot of support. I appreciate everybody being there for us. I am so looking forward to this trip. I'm looking forward to this trip not just because I get away, but also because this might be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for me. My sister returns to the United States in just a few short months in August. As I record this, it is April. She'll be back sometime in August. And I have no idea if we'll ever get a chance to travel in Europe together again. So this is it. Plus, my son Derek is in college now, and every summer for the rest of his college career, he'll either be in a co-op job situation or in classes. He's in a 5-year engineering program. He just finished year 1, and they've told us this is his last summer off until he graduates. This is an important summer. We're trying to make the most of it. This trip is a gift to me in so many ways. The time away, the sights, traveling with my sister and my son, and so on. I'm grateful for this opportunity, and before I get choked up, let's move on. What's up with the title of this episode, you may be wondering? I was inspired to create that episode title, From Germany with Love, by a James Bond movie. When I was growing up, my dad loved James Bond movies. I don't know if you've ever heard of these, but they were a thing in the 80s for sure. And then the 90s, and they kept making them up until today. But back in the 80s, when I was growing up, my dad let us kids watch those movies with him and mom, and that time was special. There was a James Bond movie titled From Russia with Love, and that inspired the episode title for today, From Germany with Love. I'll put a link to the trailer for From Russia with Love in the show notes just in case you want to check it out. When this episode publishes, I will be in Germany. So that's where the From Germany part of the title of this episode comes from. And the with love part has to do with keeping this podcast, which I love so much, going in spite of my vacation. I appreciate you tuning in, and I didn't want to leave you hanging without an episode just because I'm on vacation. Again, this episode is essentially an I'm out of the office message. When do I get home? I'll be flying home from Munich on Sunday, May the 12th, which is Mother's Day in the United States. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. I get to spend most of my day, Sunday, May 12th, with my son Derek on an airplane. And then later in the day, May 12th, Derek and I will reconnect with my husband and our older son, Craig. It should be a really happy Mother's Day for me. And once I'm back in Ohio, I have 3 more podcast episodes coming out in May. So what's next? Next week, May the 17th, is a drug name pronunciation episode. Today was supposed to be my spring 2024 update, but that'll be May 24th instead. And then on May 31st, that will be my interview with Matt Grissinger, RPH from ISMP, the Institute for Safe Medication Practices. We'll be talking about ISMP's Targeted Medication Safety Best Practices for Community Pharmacy. That's what's coming up in May. And that's all for today's episode. Thanks for listening to episode 277 of the Pharmacist's Voice podcast. Please visit thepharmacistvoice.com to read the show notes. There's not much in the show notes today, but I do have a link to the trailer for the James Bond movie From Russia with Love, my social media links, my websites, and more. Feel free to connect with me on social media. LinkedIn is my favorite. Please subscribe to or follow this podcast for all future episodes. Thanks for listening today. I'll talk to you next Friday. Auf Wiedersehen.